You buy a house, a quarter of your house is a garage that you put something you're paying a bill on, that you're paying interest on, that's depreciating, got a car that's depreciating, in a garage that's overpriced to store stuff that's depreciating, to put stuff in there that you build up that's accumulates, so you can't even get your car in there, that's also depreciating, that's stored, and you're paying sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars for something of storage of junk that's depreciating. And people just parrot what people tell them, go buy a house, but then they don't even think about what they're doing with their money. And then they pay a mortgage the term mortgage means pledge unto death, which is an interesting thing to put in your head. You're pledging unto death. You're going to be paying that until you die, basically. And then you're going to pay fractional reserve. You're going to depreciate your money. Then you're going to pay on a gambling casino of a bank, because there's not really any money in a bank. It's just a gambling casino that you've borrowed from. Then you do the house that way. Then you do a credit card, which is ridiculously high priced. And then you buy the credit card, you have a pleasure when you buy, and then you don't get the pain for weeks later, and you don't associate those. If you had to pay cash, you'd be associating pain and pleasure when you pay for what you do, and you'd be more cautious about what you buy. But all of those things separate pleasure and pain. You buy the house, you get the house, but now you got 30 years of payments. That's the pain. And then you're depreciating, you're buying the depreciation, so not even realizing you're going backwards. So most people don't think, they don't have a value on that. They put themselves under slavery. They don't see the relationship between pleasure and pain, and they strive for the immediate gratification of pleasure because they're unfulfilled. They're not doing something that's love. And when you don't do something you love doing that's fulfilling, you try to fill your life with consumerism. Consumerism is a compensation for unfulfilled highest values. I'd rather build my own brand that other people consume than be sitting there spending all my life consuming stuff and then filling it up with something that's depreciating and paying banks and mortgages and credit cards and debt slavery. And that's exactly what the banking system wanted you to do. And you didn't even know that you're injecting the values of a banking in a goal that started back in the turn of the last century. And it was purely intended to create a suburbial debt system, slavery for people. And people don't even think about it. They just go about their business, not even knowing they're injecting the ideals of other people in their life and trying to live the good life. And they don't even realize what they're doing. Instead of stopping and looking, what do you want to do with your life? How do you want it to look? And if you compare yourself to other people, you're going to have those things happen. But if you start prioritizing your life and start living really about what it is and ask, how do I get paid to do what I love and get paid to go through life, instead of how can I afford life? How do I get handsomely paid for my life the way I want? What is it I would love to do, and how do I get handsomely paid is a different life than how can I afford to do this and how can I get out of my debt? It's insanity, but I see it. I see it every day. I'm amazed at how many, since the coronavirus, how many very wealthy looking homes have got foreclosure signs and sale signs on it because they've been living on the edge. And everybody's driving by and go, whoa, look how rich they are. They're in debt. They don't even have anything. It just looks like it's a big facade. It's a big smoke screen. You want to find out what you love to do. You need to prioritize what you do. You need to make sure you do something that serves people. You need to get paid to do that. And you need to live by what's really valuable if you want to value yourself and you want others to value you. And then you want to manage your friggin' money wisely so it's working for you, so you're not a slave to it. And then you get ahead and build momentum, and then you exemplify what's possible to people, and you inspire people by what's possible, and you start a chain reaction of economic growth and a prosperous outcome instead of a consistent survival mechanism. The people that are doing that, they're not concerned about crisis like Corona. They've got the cash reserves, they've got the dream, they're resilient, they're adaptable, they come up with new things, and they're dedicated to serving people because they've made a habit of it. When that happens, opportunities come to those people. Then they think, oh, those people have the lucky, no, it's not luck. It's preparation meeting opportunity. It's preparing by educating yourself on the principles that stand the test of time and working them.